The importance of human rights is often dismissed and denied. This denial may be overt and verbal, or simply implied by one's actions. We like to think that we value human rights, but the reality is that a great many people do not value human rights. A great many people openly argue against this concept. Others reject it implicitly. Today I wish to explain why these people are wrong. Today I wish to explain why we should value human rights. Today I wish to defend human rights. The most common charge levied against human rights is the assertion that it is some kind of meaningless abstraction, a fantasy that has no relevance to real-world affairs. Human rights is not an abstract, meaningless fiction. It is an idea, and a powerful one. It can and should play an important role in both law and moral analysis. Ideas are powerful forces. They have a very serious role in the affairs of intelligent creatures and the societies they construct. Ironically, those who attempt to prove otherwise will undermine their own argument when they inevitably attempt to prop it up with the same much-hated abstract ideas that they claim to oppose. We understand and interact with reality through abstraction. Reality is an idea. Realism is an idea. We can only grasp reality through ideas and abstraction. Ideas are of massive value to us. Only through ideas can we build a logical and thoughtful interaction with the basis of our reality. And what is this basis of our reality? The answer is, of course, pain and pleasure, the forces that give everything else its meaning, the forces that define the sentient experience. The basis of reason, the foundation upon which all rationality rests, the ends to which everything else is a means. The sentient reality is the most fundamental reality. The bedrock of reality is not external but internal. It is one's capacity for pain and pleasure. We are sentient beings first and foremost. Human rights is founded on this truth. The concept of human rights exhibits a rational relationship with the basis of reason. This is to say that it is deeply consistent with thoughtful consideration of and logical progression from the basis of reason. Rationality begins with consideration of one's capacity for suffering. Following from such consideration, rational moral considerations emerge. What is irrational if not the undermining of respect for sentience? What is irrational if not the corrosion of empathy and compassion? What is irrational if not the normalization of cruelty and brutality? Alternatively, what is irrational if not the promotion of respect for sentience? What is irrational if not the propagation of empathy and compassion? What is irrational if not the normalization of concern for the well-being of others? One who can suffer would be wise to take these considerations seriously. They are a guide to rational moralizing. These considerations are a recipe for higher values, a means of identifying superior ideas. Human rights is one such superior idea. It is an idea that is deeply consistent with the rational moral considerations, and by extension, the basis of reason. The concept of human rights promotes respect for sentience. The concept of human rights encourages concern for the well-being of others. The concept of human rights cultivates compassion. The concept of human rights encourages empathy. The rationally desirable is advanced and upheld by the concept of human rights. The concept of human rights aligns perfectly with the rational and moral considerations. This alone gives it immense value. The concept of human rights has great potential to prevent respect for sentience being undermined, empathy and compassion corroded, and cruelty and brutality normalized. It is a concept that is of great value to those who can suffer, as both a form of moral analysis and component of law. One fundamental maxim summarizes rational morality better than any other. A humane society is in the interest of those who can suffer. Human rights is a concept that aligns perfectly with this maxim. Human rights is a concept that has a deeply rational relationship with the basis of reason. To oppose human rights is to aid the undermining of respect for sentience, corrosion of empathy and compassion, and normalization of cruelty and brutality. For one who can suffer to aid such things is idiocy exemplified and embodied. It is the ultimate rejection of one's interest. It is a war against one's own self-interest. And it is the pathetic ramblings of those who have confused repulsiveness with truth. The concept of a harsh truth has been romanticized to the point that many harsh truths are not truths at all. The extent to which a maxim is true is often measured according to the degree to which it is unpleasant. Hideousness is taken for honesty, and falsity is worshipped. Exhibited in such idiocy is delusion on par with the most egregious offences of wishful thinkers. This is not daring realism. It is a rejection of the most important reality, the sentient reality. It is idiocy embodied.